Hey guys, I'm going to try to move that now without it falling. There we go, that's as far as it's going to go without falling. Anyway, this is another deck profile. The main reason I'm doing this one today instead of leaving it till last is because I got the cards today, so I weren't sure if I wanted to do it today because obviously I got them today and I'm really excited. But so I thought I'd ask my Facebook group of friends. I was like, hey, you know, which one do you reckon I should do? Should I do my super heavy samurais today or do my cyber dragons today? And they said cyber dragons, so here we are. Anyway, enough about introductions. Let's get started. And obviously, this is recorded live against an audience, against their will. No, but seriously, this is a live stream as well. So hope you guys enjoy. Anyway. We start off with 3 Cyber Dragons, obviously. I mean, what else would you start off with, you know? 3 Cyber Dragons as a Cyber Dragon deck. If you didn't run 3 of these, you're stupid. And then on top of that, I'm going to be running 3 Cyber Dragon Drays. Reason being is then he's treated as a Cyber Dragon, so for the Cyber Dragon Fusions, he's good. And then the sheer fact of he can increase every Cyber Dragon monster on the field's level to a level 5. Other than Zway, unless Zway has used its effect to make it a Cyber Dragon, because obviously it's got to have the exact name Cyber Dragon. That way you can go into Nova and Infinity quite quickly with him. Then I'm running 3 cores, because he can be treated as a Cyber Dragon on the field, so he will have the same effect as, he'll be affected by Dre's effect. And his other effect is when he's normal summoned I can add a Cyber Spell or Trap to hand, which is good, because I can add a Cyber Repair Plant to hand with this, which is the main one I'll be adding. But I do occasionally, if I am having a good duel, I might bring Cyber Network to hand. Then we go into our 3 Cyber Dragons ways. I might make this down to a 2 and put something else in, but I highly doubt it, just because obviously it's more Cyber Dragon Fusion material. Plus also he's affected by Dre, so he can become a level 5, which means I can bring out Infinity. Only 2 Protos, because he isn't treated as a Cyber Dragon while in the graveyard, which is kind of essential. And he obviously also, you know, is a low attack, low level. He's not really that useful, other than for, you know, fusion summoning, or if you have him out and he somehow survives, and then you can bring out Dre, you can bring out Infinity. So, it's unlikely though. Then I run 2 Cyber Valleys. Because I run a continuous spell that will allow me to special summon this if you destroy my core. And then this, obviously, when it's targeted by battle, I can banish it, end the battle phase, and draw a card. So it's actually a really good card. Then we're going into our 2 Cyber Eltanins. I don't know how to pronounce this card. But I'm running 2 because you don't really need any more than 2. And it's not the 100% the boss monster, but it's close to it, because obviously throughout the entire duel you're sending light machines to your graveyard, you know, and they're going to be on your field. With that, you can then use Eltan's effect to banish every single one of them, and it gains attack equal to the amount that was sent, and then you can like destroy every other monster on the field. So he's the only one that survives. And then with that, for the face downs, you can have like your Infinity out by creating it again after Eltanin's been brought out. So it's a good combo, that. Then 2 Cyber Lavas, because light machines mostly for Cyber Eltanin, but he's also used to like negate battle damage for a turn if you need it, which to be honest more often than not, sometimes, because it can be a slow starting deck, but you know, it's a good deck nonetheless. Then 3 Galaxy Soldiers. This is the card that turned up today. I'm really happy with it. You want to run 3 of these because it's a level 5 machine that's light. So it's perfect for XC summoning into your Nova. And what makes it even better is you can special summon it by discarding a light monster from your hand, which this deck is full of light monsters pretty much. There's only 1 monster in this entire deck that isn't light, but we'll get to that in a minute. And then you can add another Galaxy Soldier to your hand once per turn when you special summon it, which means you can potentially get 2 out, but you can't get a 3rd out because obviously you can't add the 3rd one to the hand. So it's a really good card, especially for Cyber Dragons. It's also good for other decks because that means any light deck, like light monster deck you have, you can run Galaxy Soldier, which then means you can run Nova and Infinity, which is an extremely good combo. So you do want to be doing that. Then I'm running 2 Chronomaly Golden Jets. Reason being is it's a normal summon, but it will be treated as a level 5. Due to its effect, it can increase the level of all Chronomaly monsters on the field by 1, and since it's a level 4 already, it will become level 5, and since it's a light machine, it basically goes into... That's basically Nova material, but again can be used for Eltonin, so not too bad. Then we have Marshman. This is my key. It sounds stupid, but so little people expect you to be running a card like Marshman in a Cyber Dragon deck. So it catches them completely off guard. They expect your defense mode to be something like Cyber Dragon Core or whatnot, but if you have Marshman, it's perfect. Plus it's a light monster, so it can be used for your Galaxy Soldier if you have no use for him. So it's extremely good for, you know, this deck. So I would recommend using that for definite. Then we're going into the last monster and the only dark monster in the entire deck, Gofu. Need I say more? Obviously it's the monster that you use to make the combo of, you know, Link Spider, Decode. So it's very good. This is what makes this deck Link ready, is this card, and obviously the Link monsters. But you don't need him to bring out Decode, because obviously as you've seen, every single monster in this deck is an effect monster. So you can bring in your Decode anyway. It just requires a bit extra doing. So not too bad. Now into the spells, I run 2 MSTs just to do a bit of back row destruction, or my own road destruction if really need be, like for my Cyber Network personally. So then I can bring back my monsters during his turn, or her turn, not sexist, and then I can attack the next turn onwards because Network only affects during that turn. So really good. 2 Machina Armoured Units. This is the card that I said I had for Cyber Valley. Basically, if you destroy any machine monster on my field, I can special summon from my deck a machine monster with the same attribute as one destroyed and less attack. So with Valley in there, you know, and Cyber Core and that, if you destroy my monster, I can get something back at least. The only time I can't is when it's Valley, and Valley banishes itself anyway and ends the battle phase. So it's actually really good. Then because it's a Cyber Dragon deck, I'm running 2 Evolution Bursts. This is just so if you control a single Cyber Dragon, or any Cyber Dragons, you can use this card to pop any 1 card on the field. And also, because of that, you can't summon Cyber Dragons, you can't attack with Cyber Dragons that turn. But Nova and Infinity don't count under that. And same with Zwei, if you you know, don't use the spell card effect on him. Plus Galaxy Soldier and all that, plus the Link monster. So it's pretty safe bet, as long as you, you know, only have Cyber Dragons on the field, you should be fine using that. Then I'm running 3 Polys. Might cut it down to 2, but I don't know what I'd replace it with. Maybe a Swords, I'm not sure. But yeah, only run 3 Polys, just so I can bring out the fusions of this deck. It's not required, but it works. I also run a singular Power Bond, so if I want to bring out Cyber End Dragon or Cyber Twin Dragon and have its attack doubled, or Trimeratech Rampage, I can use that. I then also use Overload Fusion, which allows me to bring out Rampage quite easily if I've got the monsters in the graveyard, which I probably would, due to this next card, which is Future Fusion. This card only recently got unbanned. It is limited to 1, but it's been unbanned, and it's perfect for this deck because you can use it and you can show off your Trimeratech Rampage Dragon on all cards and then send the material that you want to the graveyard. But it does have a newish effect because obviously it's been unbanned. They had to do something to it. Basically, during your first standby phase, you activate it, nothing happens. During your first standby phase, you show off the monster in your extra deck, and then you send the monsters to your graveyard. And then during your second standby phase, you summon the monster that you showed. So it's a little less powerful, but it actually still works perfectly for what it's supposed to. So, you know, all in all, still a very good card, still worth putting in this deck. Ooh. Then we run 3 Cyber Repair Plants for the end of the spells. Reason I run 3 is because it's the best spell card in this deck. It really is. There's no card that suits this deck more. So much so that I spent 60 quid on getting 3 of the new Legendary Dragon boxes just so I can get the shiny ones. Because these are the best cards for the deck. I have a few of these spare, but only the common ones, so you know, I don't think they'll come in useful in any other deck anyway, because obviously it's Cyber Dragons. But yeah, that's good because then you can bring in any light machine from your deck to your hand like immediately. Especially since you're going to be using cards like Galaxy Soldier to discard cards to the graveyard. You're also going to be using like Future Fusion to discard cards from your deck to the graveyard. So you're going to have more than one way of putting your Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. So you better use this effect quite nicely. And then for the traps, I'm only running 3. I'm running a singular Cyber Network, because I don't see the point of running more. It only has really a basic use, which is to banish Stray and keep your Cyber Dragons alive. Other than that, I don't really see the use for this card, so it's not the greatest. I only run 1. Then I run a Mirror Force, because, you know, Mirror Force suits any deck, so if you can fit it in, definitely. And I run a singular Dark Bribe, because even though Infinity can negate effects, he's not guaranteed to be out on the first or second turn. And obviously with Dark Bribe you can negate as soon as you get it in your hand pretty much, as long as you wait until the end of your turn. So it's very good. That's the main deck. What we have now is the extra deck. So I run obviously 3 Novas, which means I entail run 3 Infinities. You know, I run the combo 3 times over. It's a very good combo and it's perfect for running. The reason I run that combo as much as I do is because that's what this deck is pretty much based on. You want to bring out that monster in this deck. Any other monster is fine, I guess, but that is the main monster you want to be bringing out, because it negates effects, it takes their monsters, you know, it has decent attack. It's a very good effect monster, so you want to be using as many of those as you physically can. I wouldn't be surprised in the new meta, especially with Future Fusion, that will be limited to like 2-ish. I'm hoping not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Then we're running 2 Trimeratech Rampage Dragons, which is the main fusion you'll be bringing out. I'm tempted to run 3, but I don't know what other fusion to make 1 of, because the other fusions I've got 2 of, and then I've got my links which are needed, and then my Xyz are needed. So, you know, this is useful. I run 2 of them. I could potentially run a 3rd, but it's not necessary. Reason being, it's a level 5 machine, which means you can bring out Nova with it. And also, its effect is you can send any number of light machine. You can send 2 light machines from your deck to the graveyard, and this monster gets an extra attack for each one that you send for that battle phase. So, you know, you can use this, summon this, use this effect to send a normal Cyber Dragon from your deck to the graveyard. Then overlay it with, like, I don't know, say your Chronometry Golden Jet. And then with Nova's effect, pop a unit, bring back that Cyber Dragon that you sent to the graveyard with Trimeratech, bring it back, and then overlay back into Infinity. And then you've got a Cyber Dragon and an Infinity out of 1 Trimeratech and a Chronometry Golden Jet. So, very good combo. Very good combo. I run that as much as I can. Continuing with the fusions, we have 2 Cyber Twin Dragons. One's shiny, one's not, because I got the shiny one off a mate who, you know, bought a special pack. I can't remember which one. And obviously the non-shinies from the new pack where it got reprinted for like the 20th time. But, you know, it's good. It's basically just a fusion material that you can use to do a double finishing move, I guess. I'm personally thinking of putting it down to 1 because I never really use it, and then put another Trimeratech Rampage. So, you know, that's a possibility. But that's up to you if you want to do it. I might, personally. Then I run 2 Cyber Ends. Neither of them are shiny, but they are very good cards. So I personally would recommend running them. Just because if you get your Power Bond in your hand and you get a way of bringing out Cyber End, there's no reason not to. Because it's the card to be running in that sense. Because it's the ultimate powerhouse. Out of all these, this is the powerhouse. Every other card is, you know, good for strategy in that, but this is the card that you want to be ploughing the opponent through with. So, very good card. And then obviously finally we have the Link Spider Decode Talker combo, which just makes us deck link ready, but it also you know, has its good effects because of Decode being able to pop a card to, you know, be able to negate an effect on one of your monsters. So that's the Cyber Dragon deck. As you can see, it's not 100% the best build that you can make nowadays. If you want to find that, I would recommend go to Yugi Nono. He's perfect with Cyber Dragons. This wasn't even inspired by him. This was just like I built on Legacy of the Duelist on Xbox, and I decided I'm gonna make it link ready and then play it in real life, you know, which I think I've done a decent job, you know, off the top of my head. I don't see the point of running stuff like the Gem Knight Sephiroth or whatever his name is, or any of that, because you only really want to be running machines and the occasional necessity non-machine, which Marshman isn't a necessity, I guess, but it's still better than running a Gem Knight and then running a Gem Knight like brilliant fusion in your deck. So all in all, I think this is a good build, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I won't be uploading for like a week or two because I'll be over in London, but when I come back from that, I promise I will put out another deck profile, and that one will be on my Super Heavy Samurais. And then after that, I don't know, I might try to make my DDDs link ready and then do a deck profile with them. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.